Alright, hi everybody. My name is Ari, and I'm about to play Dead Secret. And the last time I tried to play this was back when Samsung had that awesome promotion where if you got their phone, you got their VR. I actually still have that VR and that phone, but thanks to all the updates, even though that phone strictly has VR stuff, it is too glitchy to use. But I still have it. What do you want, Corbin? What? I'm streaming. Uh, but the last time I played this, I got so scared. I threw my VR set across the room and ran and tried to crawl into my roommate's lap. Cause I did. I jumped off the bed, like I fell off the bed because I jumped so high. It was just terrifying. I'm willing to give this again. I was gonna wait until I got a VR set, but honestly, it looks like it's gonna be a long time before I can get my hands on a VR set. So I'm gonna play this, and if you notice, my room is all well brought up. I hope you can't hear it, but I am in a panel in Northwest Con that's talking about how much is too much writing adult novels that appeal to the young adult audience. So I'm not alone. So hopefully I can play, and hopefully I'll get some viewers that'll be laughing at me. So let's look around because y'all know me. I don't like clicking the obvious things to begin with. Got a little house in back, a windmill, wheelbarrow, some birds. It's for sale. Wait. So that's the address 25 Copeland Avenue, Colby, Kansas. I wonder if. I'm gonna look this up on maps, and if it's a real address. So 25 COPPELAND Avenue. Colby. Oh, there's only one P. I want to say. So it is actually a real place. And trying to see. Will you please Google? I don't want to travel. I want to look. Okay, well, that's really super interesting, but it doesn't look anything the same, and I don't feel like going and doing research to see what it looked like back in the day. But yes, you can absolutely go to 25 Copeland Avenue, Colby, Kansas, and it's a real place. It just doesn't look like this anymore. But then again, this does take place in 1965, I think. Start. So we're going to open up September 25th. Yeah, I was right, 1965. All right. Okay, so all right, in and out. Just have to find some evidence and get out of here. Yeah, good luck with that. Let's read the newspaper. Reclusive professor found dead in his home. Grove, Kansas. Harris Boulevard. A retired college teacher was found dead in his home Monday. The body was discovered by Bobby Sayer, who worked part-time for Bullard, running odd jobs. A police investigation has concluded that Bullard died of natural causes. He was 63. So he was born in 1960, or he was born in 1902. That's actually kind of cool. Bullard moved into his home on Rampa Way several years ago, but was rarely seen about the town. He was a private and reclusive man who seemed to have few friends. Bullard raised eyebrows last year when a former student, a pretty young woman named Josie Hara, moved in with him. Bullard's will, written in 1957, so, what, oh yeah, 8 years ago, leaves his entire estate to his ex-wife Cynthia Peckman. Peckman will reportedly sell the house and its contents immediately. Harris was a genius in his discipline. Graham Wellington, a former colleague. The field of neuroscience is considerably poorer without him. Now I'm going to look around. I don't think there's anything else to look at. If you click it, you get some notes. Here's the guy, retired reclusive, found dead in his study. Police ruled natural death. Bobby Stewart ran errands for Bullard, and he's the one who found the body. Josie Hara, Bullard's live-in assistant. Cynthia Peckman, ex-wife, inheritor of his estate. Graham Wellington, former colleague. Alright. There's a key. Investigate the crime scene. Yeah, okay. A small parcel tied tightly with twine. Can't open it with my bare hands. Oh yeah, there's scissors later. It's addressed to J. Herrera, and it was sent from downtown Grove. Is there any note? Okay, no. This story is gonna get me out of this backwater town. Okay, and candles, if you notice, they're not lit. Okay. I can't leave yet. There's a story here. I know it. Okay, I want to see. Wait, this isn't the crime scene. I need to investigate the study. Alright. If you don't know me, I like to click things that aren't. Alright. So, I don't know what these characters mean. Is it. I could be wrong, but I think this is Chinese? This looks Chinese to me. I could be wrong. It. It just. You know what? I have Google Translate, and it does translate. Google Translate is in my Google folder. Come here, Google folder. Camera. All using the app. Email text. Scan. Oh, you're not supposed to be Spanish. Detect language. Alright. Select all. DP. The police department situation. Cursing grudges. Do not hesitate to read. Okay, I'm right. It is Chinese. That is awesome. So, this one is situation cursing grudge. Do not hesitate to read. So let us. Okay. 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 So here we go. Select all. Resent or hate Nyan sign. Feet resent, not hate of the field. If you do not hate or hate confession, if you do not hate, you will read it in Russian. Cursed or not, hate thought sign. Investigation, resentment, or hate through confession. 1 GONL. Whew. Okay. That's. Okay, so camera. Okay, we're gonna do scan and. Okay, select all. Oh no, I want to go back. Resent or hate neon sign. Feet resent, not hate for the field of mind. If you do not hate or confession, if you do not hate it, you will read it in Russian. Cursed or not, the thought sign. Investigate. But isn't. Okay, no, that's not right. That's. Scan. Select all. Do not hesitate to read the jail while complaining. Remember not to read more as a brother. Fear not to read. Brothers afraid to read. 8. Not to read it without feeling. Okay, so all that gibberish I just read, I just translated everything on my phone. It could be wrong. Google Translate is notorious for attempting to do things. I honestly ask if you know Chinese to please, please, please comment what it actually says, or because what it says on my thing. Actually. Alright. So, the small key unlocked the door. Those up there are important and freak me out. Okay, so this is where Sawyer was found in the This is where Bobby Sawyer found Bullard's body. He'd been dead for a couple of days, though. Hey, look, what is that? There's a paper from a manuscript here. The man who could see with his skin. In 1926, I met a man who could see with his skin. His eyes were sealed with a wax and bandage, yet he remained aware of the room around him. We held up signs which he could read, and fingers which he counted, even when we stood behind him. After the performance, I gave him $200 for the secret. He explained he could see as long as some part of his skin was remained exposed to the air. He described it as a shift in the breeze or a slight breeze on his face, the supple motion of hair on his arm. After years of focus and practice, he had developed the ability to form mental images of his surrounding based only on the slightest sensations. The man achieved the form of focus. Granted, he only had access to a very narrow range of sensory information, but the result was powerful. I immediately resolved to discover the secret of his ability. Now, almost 4 years later, I am very close. There's a news clipping here. It reads, Eyeless Joe found dead in hotel. Weird. Okay. Okay. Alright, so I'm going to come back over here. We are missing a book. These books are by the same author. The first one looks like one is missing. Dictionaries and language references. It looks like a lot of these books aren't even in English. The Snow Woman, adapted from the original translation of Sarah Heron. An old man and his son climbed a mountain to collect firewood. It began to snow heavily, and unable to make it back home, they decided to pass the night in a small hut. In the middle of the night, the young man awoke to see the door had blown open. A tall woman with long hair and a white kimono was leaning over his father, blowing her breath upon him. When she saw that the son was awake, she said, You are a handsome young man, so I will let you live, but if you ever speak of this to anyone, your life is forfeit. In the morning, the young man had found his father frozen and dead. He climbed on the mountain alone and never spoke of the episode. A year later, he met and married a young, beautiful girl. They had children together and were happy, but the night of his father's death still weighed heavily on his mind. One night, after having a bit too much to drink, the man told his wife about the encounter with the Snow Woman. She was furious. You promised not to tell, she screamed, and before his eyes she became the tall woman with long black hair and a white kimono. If it not for our children, I would end your life here. I will spare you for their sake, but if anything ever happens to them, you shall pay the price. And with that, she melted into the wind and was gone. Okay. Okay, what is this? Dictionaries? Okay. Yeah, I am clicking on everything. Okay. So mainly other than finding the piece of paper, what we need to remember is this. Hey, can I look at a window? No. Well, maybe. It's only September, but today is cold and dark. Fall is here, I guess. It's the middle of nowhere, even for Kansas. Just wheat fields as far as the eye can see. I have to get out of here. I'm so tired of the idiots in this town. Okay. Okay. I'm pretty sure this globe opens. Just a regular lamp. It's a clay statue with a weird face. Oh, here we go. That. No. That is Asia, so. That's Europe. I don't want Europe. You. It's a small box. Let's get a better look at it at the desk. I wasn't done with you. Okay. So, I've never seen a map laid out like this. There's a yeah, okay. The X is indicated on the map. Why mark such a beautiful map? I think the X is over Japan. Alright, circumnavigation of the globe, panoramic universal exploration, San Francisco, 1965 map, butterfly map. Yeah, that does look like a butterfly map. You know what? Is that a Okay, so butterfly map of the world. No, that is a legitimate. Oh, guys. Oh my gosh. That is a legitimate map. Here's some publicity for the map showing the butterfly map. Butterfly map of the world. In the heady early days of a powerful flight 100 years ago. Okay, this was written in 2015. The uh, Pen- Panama Pacific exploration proposed an around the world in 90 days air race. It was planned for the spring of 1915. Typical aircrafts in the climb included the famous Sopwith Camel, which honestly is a cool little bird. Is a cool little bird. Architect, architect and matchmaker B.J.S. Cathill, 1866 to 1944, plotted the proposed flight path for this uh, event based on his butterfly projection world map, also known as the orthometric or orthoherical projection. Here is the map, which is that one minus the X mark. The above planar flat map was produced by cutting the spheres of globe in six places, four on the equator and two at the poles, each in a cross shape as follows. The resulting plate shapes are called REULEAUX triangles. Here's a publicity map showing a bit more detail about the flight's route. Uh, in the corner of the map, it shows what it looks like when joined together. The claim in the text in the poster is the new style world map is by cutting crosses at 6 equal distant points on and covering the sphere laid out flat. The butterfly map shows the world just about as one sees it on a globe without the exaggeration or distortion of errors of distance areas or direction. Long distance flights are all over the world can be accurately compared to this map as no other. Is it so? Let's test the flame. Okay, you know what? I'm not reading that. The claim is reasonable. Let's look. Leonardo's Da Vinci butterfly map. Cahill wasn't the first with this idea. In the early 16th century, when many people were still insistent that the world was flat, much of it remained undiscovered by the Europeans. Leonardo eventually developed a butterfly map based on the triangles. We should have always presented the map as a rectangle with the USA or any other country always in the middle. Maps come in many varieties and has advantage of each. Okay, so this I'm bookmarking and I'm gonna copy and put it on my Twitter real quick. Post. Oh, cool. Okay. All right, let's look at the bookshelf. Issues of journals of physiology and a bunch of medical books with names I can't pronounce. Yeah, that sounds about right. Is that all of it? A quantitative description of membrane current and its application to the conducts and Excitation in the Nerve by Hodgins and Hurley. This is doctor stuff. I thought Bullard was some sort of engineer. Lots of difficult sounding medical books and journals. Okay. Okay, so. Yeah, I'm gonna go to the last. Oh, let's go here. No, I'm sorry. Oh, that's something about this painting makes me very uncomfortable. It's very bleak. Is that the house in the background? Yes. It looks just like Grove. I wonder if it's by a local artist. Okay, it starts repeating itself. Let's look at these books. This room is a regular library. Some of these volumes are ancient. It's covered in dust. Okay, is there anything? Yes, I'm clicking everywhere. Okay, if I remember right. What's this? It looks like a tiny camera lens. Okay. Okay. Alright. This is record player, and there's no record inside. It doesn't turn on. Yes, it's broken. One of Bullard's diplomas. Bullard has some pretty advanced degrees. This one is from the University of Chicago in 1935. Boy, I'd love to visit Chicago. That mask, or these masks make me uncomfortable. I kind of feel like they're looking at me. What do they see in this room? I think I've seen masks like this before. Maybe they're Japanese? It's a weird looking mask. Okay. Quantum mechanics and functional analyst. Not exactly light reading. It's full of technical books. I wonder if Bullard actually read them all. Yes, I'm clicking everything. Okay. I think once I sit down at this desk, it starts getting really creepy. So, it's only September. Okay. It's another Lynch. I found 2 of them now. Okay. Pair of scissors. I can use these to open the parcel in the front room. Yes, we're going to actually go do that here in a second. But we're going to read this. Harris Bullard, I am woodcutter. Your past is cut up with you. It is over. Oh, yeah. Woodcutter. Threatening Bullard. Okay. Close the doors. Oh, that's how I do that. Okay. Ah, see? Did you see that? It's the book. Okay. About. here. Okay. Okay, so we can come over here. Okay. Again, I am not sitting. Okay. Let's. That's weird. I could have sworn the TV was off before. It doesn't turn on. Guess it's broken. Joe, something's after me. It's creeping around the house trying to get in. I'm sure I heard it. I heard footsteps outside and creaking on the roof. It's not safe here. I've taken the ifocal lenses from their normal locations and hidden them in my study. I sent you a package. You'll know what to do with it. Check the map for the map. Check the map for the mask. Usual X marks the spot. Harris. The sequence is west, east, north. Billard hid something special in this room. Very suspicious. This will be great hook for my opening paragraph. It's a note with the forensic symbol on it. Underneath the reads with the forensic no dial tone. Something is typed here, but the paper is so far in the reader I can't pull it out. There's a document stuck in the room, but I can't pull it out without tearing. It's really stuck in there. Guess I'll have to roll it back out. Okay. Got it. Writing about Ouija boards in 1852, William Benjamin Carpenter was first to describe the phenomenon known as the ideomotor effect. The ideomotor effect occurs when the subconscious mind takes control of the body without the conscious mind realizing it. The action is distinct from other forms of involuntary action because its responses are driven by existing knowledge and perception. The Ouija board, Carpenter suggested, is a clear manifestation. Participants unwittingly move the planchette because their subconscious mind is guiding them. Another example of this phenomenon is dowsing, the practice using the driving round to locate water or other materials buried in the ground. The dowser holds the instrument in both hands and allows it to lead him forward until it points down to the ground, seemingly by itself. For centuries, dowsing was believed to be a form of magic or witchcraft, but now we know it can be explained by this effect. The dowser's subconscious mind is highly sensitive and able to recognize cues in the environment which the conscious mind is not aware. When the cues hit the location of the water, subconscious mind takes control of the dowser's hand, causing him to rotate the rod to the ground. Since the conscious mind is not involved in this operation, the instrument seems to move on its own, pulled as if by some magical force. In reality, it is the dowser himself who is divining. His subconscious mind is responsible for both the detection of the buried material and for the motion of the rod. My research seeks direct access to the knowledge source in the subconscious mind, complete unfiltered linkage between the sensitive unconscious and the logical conclusion. I call this state ideofocus. Okay. So there was notes to Joe. Yeah, notes to Joe. West, east, north. Okay. So if this is north, then this is west. But I didn't find anything over there. Oh! I get it. I get it. That symbol is north. Okay. Wooden wedge. Okay, so if you're north, south. I wish I could rotate this. North, south. So it's west, east, north. I see the lens fits into the mask and eye sockets. It's like a weird pair of goggles. Mask. Roast. Okay. There was something I haven't looked at, so we're gonna go over here. It's a picture of a woman. She's wearing a white kimono, standing in the snow. I wonder if that's the girl we talked about in the thing. But let's go back over here. So, there's something more to this picture. There was a page taped to the back. Josie, if you're reading this note, then something must have happened to me. I may be dead or missing, so you can be the only person who can save our research. The truth is I'm being threatened. It started before I left the college. I get notes every few months from somebody calling himself the woodcutter. What he wants is access to our research. He wants me to turn over our plans for the lunar dream of Paris. Josie, my life is in danger. The woodcutter knows things, a secret about my past, and nobody should know. I will not yield to his simple blackmail, but lately the threats have escalated. I'm sure I'm being watched at the house. Sometimes I hear things on the other side of the wall. Yesterday, with the mask on, I thought I saw somebody reaching out for me. It's a warning for my subconscious. I am no longer safe here. I have locked our research away in the safe upstairs. I want you to retrieve it and leave. Destroy everything before you go. Burn the house down if you have to. Just get the research out of here. Head for the big city where it's easy to hide. I'm counting on you, Joe. Don't let our work fall in your hands. Okay. Ordered by opponent. I knew there was more to the story. Whatever Buller's mixed up in, I bet there's evidence kept in the safe. Okay. The store is locked from the other side, and there's no keyhole. Okay. Ready to get creeped out again? If my hunch is right, Bullard's death is definitely fishy. Better stop to remove my notes. Okay, so Bobby Sire, yeah. Bobby ran odd jobs for he have done it. Certainly had the opportunity. But losing his secret research. Blackmail, I knew would be a scoop. Someone wanted his research. It must have been who killed about it. The woodcutter. What is this supposed to mean? Is this some kind of juicy detail I came here to find? Okay. To tell the story, I need some real evidence. Let's go check that safe upstairs. Was that? Okay, that might have been me putting my head down. That was really creepy. You know what? The coroner ruled that Bullard died from. The body didn't have a mark on it, no trauma, no signs of struggle. If he was murdered, it was pretty sneaky about it. Is it raining? It is raining. Oh, jeez. What time is it? Okay. So I'm going to take a quick pause. My panel just ended because it's been about an hour. So I'm going to go to AirMeet, go to my schedule. And I think there's only one thing left I wanted to... No, there's a few things I wanted to watch today. Okay, working in the hobby gaming industry. Oh no, yeah, it is the only thing I wanted to watch, wanted to watch today. Oh no, wait. They died of... Okay. They died of dysentery, the Oregon Trail Improv Show, You Are a Real Writer, are working in the gaming hobby. Let's listen to the improv show because I need something that's not scary. Okay, wait, where's my mouse? Okay. No, I didn't. Oh. Okay, who's it written by? Okay, so Robert. Okay. So. So, yeah, I am totally. Okay, that's inside the game. There's creaking sounds coming from inside the game. Whew. Okay, I'm an hour into the game. I've done everything I possibly can right now in the study, and I've even tried to translate the Japanese or the Chinese on the door. There was a there was a package over here that we opened that had the book. I've read the newspaper. I can't move the piano. I think that's important, but there's a door in the city that I can't open. And it wants me to go upstairs, which I am sure is this door over here. And I'm like terrified. Yeah, the music's not scary at all. Thanks. Left or right? I want to look at this picture, look at this table. You know what? This arm's broken. Left arm is broken. Let's. Hi, Fantasy Geek. All right. I'm like totally stalling. You missed it. If you can back up the video somehow. The music was really scary when I walked up the stairs. Now I have to pick. Do I go left or do I go right? I've already seen two ghosts in this game. And I just, oh. Okay. Okay. Enough stalling, huh? Let's go right. So we are in a bedroom. Alright. I remember right from the last time I played this game, I crawled in and hid in that wardrobe. But that's a little bit later on. The fireplace is full of logs. There's a plate with a circular dial. Oh man. No. If you live. Bard must have enjoyed reading in front of the fire. Yeah, but I toss cushions. You ate the food from this? Okay. If you want to eat anything else, you can have it. Have you had your piece of candy today? Would you like to have your piece of candy today? Someone knocked over the lamp. No useful, just boxes of clothes. Why are you open? The bedside table has already been emptied. It's Bullard's bed. Everything has been boxed up and recently moved out. Corbin, you can't be in the video. It's not a kid-friendly game. Oh, there's the safe. I'm not opening that safe yet. I don't think I have the stuff to open the safe yet. Okay. There's pieces of a torn up fit over here. It's an old photo of two men. James Lowry and Howard Spurman. USS Access. So he was in the Navy. That's kind of cool. Everything in the drawers have already been packed up already. Okay. Harris Roland, I'm the woodcutter. I know your secret. James Lowry sends his regards. This woodcutter character is my prime subject. I bet his blacksmith seen south and he killed Blurred. Could have sworn been packed up. They really wasted no time in cleaning up this place. Dude, no, I want to take the box out because if I'm right, I gotta hide in here. I'm not looking in the safe. Nope, nope, nope. Oh, wait, they said to put on the glasses, so hold on. Let's go over here. Yeah, well, maybe you don't want to. Maybe you don't want to watch me stream. Because this game is scary. H Boulevard Daily Log, November 2nd, 1964. We did a test run of the IDEO focus lenses today. At first, we did not know how to interpret the results, but now I believe they are working better than we had anticipated. Instead of an unfiltered stream of sensory information, what we are seeing is the subconscious memory. The lens distort in response to visual stimuli that the wearer has some kind of knowledge of, what my conscious mind cannot. Josie proposed that what we are really doing is mining dreams. Dreams are, after all, a time when the subconscious comes forward and shows us the truth that we not otherwise observe. What we are striving for is unrestricted access to dream thought. The As a control mnemonic, the mask is works pretty well. I could tell that Josie was dubious at first, but now she understands. Subconscious thought is potentially dangerous to the subject. We will need a physical object to enable the mind to comprehend, provided the wearer sees with some kind of degree of cognitive protection. A permanent augmentation will require a much larger apparatus. We will need some other kind of focus mnemonic to help the brain control divulge the dream information it receives. Something large, ambiguous, the moon perhaps. The lens is kind of weird. Dream, not the moon. Well, I don't. Dude, did you see that? Hi. Why are you up there? You were really freaking me out. That's one of the four ghosts in this game. I can't remember if he's a bad one or not, but man, is he freaky. Oh, here we go. This is the wardrobe. Okay. This is the wardrobe I want to hide in. All right. What do we have here? Dear Diary, today is the anniversary. It was 5 years ago today that I found Dad's name on an old research paper at the UFC, University of Chicago. He had written it in 1833, 8 years before I was born. I didn't know he'd gone to college. I never really thought about his life. He was just a name on my birth certificate. Dad ran out of Mama after the war. He had gone off to fight and just never came back. When he stopped writing Mama, Mama thought he'd been killed. I remember her crying at the kitchen table. The war. I wasn't done reading that. Here we go. The war ended, life went on. Mama died without ever finding out what happened to him. I used to hate him, hated the idea of him. Hated my mother a little bit too. I figured Dad was just a deadbeat who ditched Mama because he didn't want a kid. But then I found his name in the library and something changed, and I couldn't stop thinking about him. Deadbeats' dad don't study physics, do they? What is he doing now? What does he look like? Is he married to somebody else? I traced him here to Kansas, but finding him is taking longer than I expected. Okay. No. No, I need you to be open. Alright. Hero says helicopter may win Vietnam War. February 16, 1965. The Nang. South Vietnam, a Medal of Honor winner from Kansas, said today a helicopter may win the war in South Vietnam. Marine Major Douglas Big Tom Thompson, 39, of Fortuna, won the nation's highest military award during World War II, manning a bazooka in Iwo Jima. Major Thompson is attached to the Marine Helicopter Squadron operating along the coast and northern border of South Vietnam. Thompson's father lives in Wichita, Kansas. As a leatherneck, Thompson destroyed 16 Japanese strongpoints and killed 75 Japanese on Iwo Jima in 1945. He He is the only Medal of Honor winner currently serving in Vietnam. The most effective weapon in the Viet Cong use is terror. The big pipe smoking Marine said. The most effective one against them is the helicopter. Okay, so there was a map earlier in the game that was a real map. Now, why don't we look at Marine Major Douglas Big Tom Thompson. Okay, this might be a made-up character because he's not. Oh, maybe not. Okay. Okay, so this might be a real person, but the little bit I grabbed about him doesn't say so. We're not. Okay. The chair looks pretty comfortable, but I don't have time to rest. Let's come over here. Okay, nothing in here. Ah, I found something. Bobby, here's your latest chapter all tied up. I think this story is becoming very interesting, and I'm pretty sure you can get it published. I hope you don't mind. I made a few edits and inserted a few details here and there. I'm looking forward to your next chapter, Joe. The Crystal Cave. The man had been dead for hours when they found him. He had crawled halfway up Sarah Johnson's porch step before coming to a rest outside the door, and his feet dangling off the edge like spaghetti that someone had cooked too long. Old Sarah just about keeled over when she saw him. The man was inked. Weird lines crisscrossed every inch of his skin like an Indian war paint. Even his eyelids were marked. Some tattoos made him look like some African shaman out of the National Geographic. Except he was white and wearing work overalls 2 sizes too big. Jimmy, the only cop on duty at 6 in the morning, thought maybe the man had escaped from a chain gang. Jimmy never was the sharpest tool in the stud. Detective Henderson, though, he's as smart as a whip. He had photos taken of the body and all naked and everything. He put the pictures up on his wall in the middle of the station in the middle of the town and started moving them around, turning them this way and that way until the tattoo edges started to line up. Took him 3 days, but he put it together just like a jigsaw puzzle until the thick lines were all connected to the thin lines. And overall, the shape became clear. Would you believe it? It was a map. When the coroner cut open the man, he found the insides were all twisted into this same map. And when they sawed into the man's bone, they found the map there too, etched into the marrow like rings of a tree stump. Well, that's how we first found our way into the cave. So Bobby Sawyer was an inspiring fiction writer. Josie was helping Bobby with his writing. Okay, we're going to go ahead and close this. This must be Josie's room. Is there... Josie's about my age, I guess. She said she was only Bullard's assistant, but the Spencers are all sure it was something more. Bullard's young assistant was away when the body was found. This stuff writes itself. Must be. Okay. Okay. I want to go to this. Oh, here. I want to go here. Okay, let's look out the window. Because, creepy. The window, this window is painted shut. Painted? It's not budging. Alright. Oh, that's important later. Oh, hey, look. Is there anything else in the room I need to look at? Why does the door keep shutting? I don't like that. Probably the mirror, but you know what? I don't want to look at the mirror right now. Okay, so the inside doesn't work. Small wooden knob. Looks like Josie's stuff. Linens, books. Dear Diary, today Bullard and I built a chassis for his new weather device. It's weird, as usual. I don't really get why we're building it, but Bullard doesn't explain things. Tomorrow I need to go buy some bottles for the base. Today was Mama's birthday. She would have been 54. I bet she would have liked the work I'm doing now. I hope she's proud somewhere. I had that nightmare again last night. It's been over a year since I had it last, but it never changes. I have written about it over and over again, but the writing seems to help, so I'll tell you about it again. I'm 5 years old in our apartment in Chicago. It's dark. I've gotten out of bed to get some water, but I hear something coming from Mama's room. I peek in and see a tall man sitting there. He has his hands around her neck. He's breathing hard, and in the cold night air, I can see his breath. It steams out of his mouth like smoke and seems to cover her. There isn't breath coming from Mama. She's already dead, but he continues to squeeze. When I when I was a kid, I thought the dream would go away when I grew up. It hasn't. Josie Hara has a recurring dream about her mother's death. Oh man. So before I leave the room, what? High pitched voices are. my god. Yeah, I'm glad I have that up because I needed that joke. Oh, they're talking about Kansas, and I'm currently in Kansas. Yeah, let's go back. He's gonna open the door and I'm gonna die. Okay, okay, yeah, that's all I can handle today. Yeah, that's scary. Okay, I'm gonna end the stream. Thank you for joining me. I'll upload the video. I'm gonna go cry in the corner now.